For any of the producers, I mean, Serling is we have a mental image of him, right? What more did you learn about him through the process of making the show, and why is he as important as he is?
You know, I think one of the things that really opened this up for me was realizing that he's a humorist. You know, we think of him as a horror science fiction master, but he has a perfect pitch tone of comedy.
Why do you like someone like that?
Well, I'm glad you asked when I was in Key and Peele. Once again, but yeah, in thinking about his tone, we got to this thing, that we were calling the Serling wink. That there is one of the greatest episodes, To Serve Man, is basically a long-winded dad pun. Expertly crafted into this terrifying story that develops in front of you, and by the end, you are there with it. And only sort of years later, in retrospect, you'd be like, that's kind of a silly, fun joke, bit of satire. So that was a big thing that kind of opened up what the energy of the show was. Is don't forget, the Twilight Zone is a place where anything can happen. It is, the possibilities are as endless as your imagination can take them, and they don't, even when they're at their most harrowing, they leave you feeling up, and they give you a sense of fun. They give you something to talk about going into your week. So I think the underlying positivity that the Twilight Zone brings, because I always had the connotation of watching the shows, especially as a kid, that, oh my God, these are terrifying and mind-bending and so serious. But I think that they offer, that sort of subversive humor offers a relief from, just the grind of reality, which is so often just, depressing and troubling and crazy making. So he's a comedy guy.
Well, it's interesting actually. His wife, widow, Carol, who was involved with the show from the beginning. That is actually, I don't think I ever told you this, Jordan. That's something she said to me from the start. Is she said, Rod was really funny. And at the time, before I had really gone back and sort of reinvestigated episodes, and I was like, are you sure he was funny? You might have just loved him. I'm not sure he was funny. And then I watched not only the episodes, but some old interviews with him, where there's like a slyness to him. And I think that slyness is part of what keeps you entertained, but also a little off balance. And I think that combination is something that is relevant today and is unique.